Virginia Annual Conference. My name is Jonathan Page, and I'm the Director of Connectional Ministries for Innovation and Creativity. And I'm happy to be joined today by our resident Bishop, Sue Haupert-Johnson, and by our conference lay leader, Martha Stokes. And we're here to talk about General Conference. That's right, General Conference for the United Methodist Church is coming up April 23rd through May 3rd in Charlotte, North Carolina. And this is an opportunity for United Methodists to gather together. And I'm not going to tell you about that. Bishop Sue's going to tell you a little bit about that. What is the purpose of General Conference, Bishop Sue?
Well, General Conference is where we truly see. Eugene Peterson wrote a book years ago called Christ Plays in 10,000 Places. And I think General Conference, the importance of it is to realize that Christ does play in 10,000 places and more in our United Methodist connections. So at General Conference, we have family conversations about how should we spend our resources? How are we reaching the world for Christ? How can we do that in a more strategic manner? And we learn about context. It's amazing to hear the challenges in a lot of the world, the heartbreaking circumstances a lot of people find themselves in, and to really get clear that Jesus Christ and the power of the Holy Spirit are the hope of the world, and we need to make sure that everyone in the world is exposed to that kind of power and mercy and compassion. And at the end of the day, everybody on the face of the earth needs to know that they're loved by God. And so General Conference is where we try to make that happen. And there's a lot to discuss, and a lot, it's always an embarrassment of good, right? How do you choose between 15 good things? And so there's a lot of discernment, and how do we figure out what we fund, what we emphasize, how we really do the best job at reaching the folks in the world that we need to reach. And every 4 years we come together and talk about that.
That's great. Well, and so with that coming up, our annual conference office is preparing a number of resources to share with the entire annual conference. We're going to have a new podcast launching soon. We're going to have a number of video resources and written resources. Martha, you're a General Conference veteran. I wonder if you might be able to share with the people of the Virginia Annual Conference, why is this important? Why should folks be paying attention both to the resources that are happening ahead of General Conference and to the activity of General Conference?
Yeah, I think it's so important for us right now, especially, to see this General Conference as, for me, the time of promise that it is, that we can truly live into our global connection with some of the regionalization and other proposals that are before us. A part of General Conference that I love is just seeing everybody from all the different countries and conferences that
they even have United Methodist clothing. A lot of the African countries,
Why can't we do that? Why can't we make our own
amazing prints?
Let's go.
But to truly see the connection as it is, and this year with just the potential of what's ahead for the United Methodist Church at this point. But I think, I always tell local church lay leaders that they are the communication point with the local congregation. So knowing the resources that are out there, knowing that these podcasts are coming, the video pieces are coming, other parts are coming from the United Methodist Communications Office, not just here in Virginia, that will be vital for helping those in our congregations understand what we're doing and to have the factual information before them for what the work of the General Conference is. And then there's such an important part of communicating with the local church between General Conference and when we gather in June for Annual Conference. So the communication pieces will just continue.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. There's so much to look forward to in the next couple of months. And then, like you said, Martha, as we leave Charlotte and move towards Hampton in Virginia, we'll have a lot to communicate in that space too. And so here's what I want to encourage you with. Starting today, over the next several weeks, twice a week, we'll be releasing new content related to General Conference. You'll be able to find that on our conference webpage at vaumc.org. You'll also be able to find that on the Virginia Conference of the United Methodist Church Facebook page and Instagram page. So this is a great time to get connected to those different resources, to be on the lookout, to consume that content. Like we want you to be able to take it in. And as you have questions, please reach out to our conference office. I'd love to hear from you. I know all of us here in Glen Allen would love to be able to connect with you in whatever you're curious about, however you're wanting to plug in, because ultimately the best of who we are is the connection. We are a connectional church, and that means we're in this all together. And I think we're all looking forward to what's ahead and looking forward to sharing these resources with you in the coming weeks and months. So Bishop, Martha, thank you so much for your time today, and we'll look forward to seeing you real soon.